Hey, what's up guys? Today I have a gameplay with this beast of a Cal M82 M82 Barrett for you. It's a very iconic gun and I'm sure you've seen it in plenty of movies, video games and melon destruction clips. This M82 is a semi-automatic airsoft replica made by Snowwolf. It weighs over 6 kilograms and with 1.5 meters length it's making sure that there will be no gun that's longer on the entire field. I wanted to make this M82 gameplay because it literally blew me away when I shot the real deal at the military for the first time. For this video I plan to use it bone stock to show you guys how it performs out of the box. Unfortunately in its stock form it was impossible to hit anything that's further away than 30 meters, and additionally the gearbox shell on the inside cracked after a few mags. Luckily my friend Georgie had an HPA engine and a better hop-up barrel assembly lying around which he installed and played a week after. Alright guys, let's see how Georgie will perform with this beast of an M82 sniper rifle. Sorry for the spider web on the head cam, he will remove it later in the video. Due to the insane length and weight of the gun, it's really hard for Georgie to hold the rifle steady. And of course, the inconsistency of the gun doesn't help in any way.
Einfach zu langsam.
Maybe an elevation advantage will increase the chance of getting some clean hits. He got spotted on the way up. There is no chance of bringing the M82 in position without getting shot. He decides to use his SSP-1 instead. For the second round, Georgie plans to fight his way to a good sniping spot. The enemies get pushed back. Time to follow up. The M82 shoots as hard as my SSG-24, which is actually feels legal since the HPA unit has a delay of 2 seconds between its shots. His team cleared the building in front. Time to move on. The dense bushes are blocking his BBs. Now a full auto gun would be handy, but as mentioned before, the gun is locked to a 2-second delay semi only. He will just keep firing until a BB makes it through. Alright guys, so far so good. Now before we continue to watch Georgie struggling with this thing, let me walk you through my first impression. So first of all, it's big. It's really big. It's 1.5 meters long. It's, if you compare it to a normal sniper rifle, it's big. So in case you have an M200 lying around at home, here's a reference. But if you compare it to a normal sized sniper rifle, like This SG24, literally next to the M82, it looks little, it looks tiny. Even though I already put the muzzle rail on it to make it look a little bit more bulky, but as you can see, it's a huge gun. M82, heavy, huge, bulky, almost impossible to play with. But now let's talk about the external feeling. This part of the gun feels amazing. Starting from here, it's kinda... You get the idea, it's all wiggly, woggly, which is really bad for a sniper rifle, because if the scope is moving like this, while the other barrel is not moving, this leads to really bad consistency, which is also one of the reasons why it shoots so bad. The real one doesn't wobble at all, this one it's a mess. It's made from aluminum, so the material itself is not the problem, it's just the design and the construction. Rail on top, however, is CNC, so that one feels great, but here when we go down to the bipod again, it's not very solid, even though it's made of steel. Okay, then here we have the carry handle. I don't really know if people use it, but the real one has it, so this one has it too. Then here we have the box magazine. You will never find a magazine pouch for it. You probably have to use an entire dump pouch or a universal pouch. What's cool about it though is that the inside, I think it's an M4 magazine that's inside this big magazine, so you can always exchange it to a high cap or a mid cap. They do actually have here the cutout for the little wheel if you want to put a high cap inside. It goes into the gun like, you know, like in a case. Here you have the front notch, you lock it in and then clicks in place. Here's the release button. Grip is an aftermarket one. It's a PSG1 style one. Usually comes with the M4 grip. And here in the back, you know, rubberized back plate, a sling mount. And the scope is a NOVRITSCH with a zoom cam, which is not included, of course, with the gun. All right, so much about my first impression. Let's continue watching Georgie. Sights changed and Georgie can now position his M82 at the sniping spot with the best overview on the entire field. Even though the bipod is super wobbly, it definitely helps to keep the rifle steady. But when the consistency of an airsoft gun is that bad, it's still hard to hit anything. With not much time left and no more enemies around, it's time for the last push. The darkness of the room prevents the enemies from spotting where Georgie is shooting from. He can take his time and fire as many shots as needed.
Hit!
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the M82 gameplay. Thanks a lot to Georgie for pulling it off. You know, I know how hard it is. I played with foam swords at the urban area. I think this one is just as bad to play with. So really cool that they pulled it off. Once again, you got my respect, Georgie. A big thanks also goes to my friend Richie, who provided the gun for this video. And if you guys want to see Silo running an M82, he actually released today also a video with an M82, and he spent a little bit more time with, you know, upgrading the accuracy of the gun. So it's shooting a little bit better than this one. If you want to check it out, you can see a little preview here, and you can also check out the link in the video description. This is NOVRITSCH, and I see you guys next Thursday.